Hey everybody! So in this video we are going to be talking about our thoughts on final fusion versus functional multiplicity. Now, first of all, for those of you who don't know, final fusion essentially means that all memories have been integrated, emotional experiences have been integrated, and then all members of the system have been integrated into one singular identity. Functional multiplicity, on the other hand, is continuing to live as multiple with various different identities. But everybody is healthy, functional, healed, capable of living together in harmony. Now, we want to preface this by saying there is no right or wrong choice here. Healing is a journey, and everyone has their own healing journey. There is nothing wrong with taking any path toward healing. As long as you are healing and what you're doing is helpful and healthy for you and your system, that is what matters. Now, not everyone is comfortable choosing final fusion or functional multiplicity. That is fine. Again, there is no right or wrong choice here. For those who do choose functional multiplicity, they choose to cooperate as a system and function as a unit. For those who do choose final fusion, they choose to integrate into a singular and function as one singular whole. But some misconceptions people have in regards to final fusion are that members of the system are dying or are gone. Well, this is not true. When everyone integrates into a single identity, all of their traits, memories, etc. remain. They just all become intermixed as part of a singular whole. They're not dead or gone, they're just different. It's kind of like when individual members of the system will spontaneously fuse and integrate with each other, which does happen quite frequently for systems, sometimes with no warning or no reason that they can fathom. Usually it is to increase communication and healthiness for individuals in the system who are struggling and have difficulty functioning on their own. But regardless of why it happens, it is generally for the betterment of the system. This happens all on its own, nobody forces it to happen. And that's the thing about final fusion. Nobody can force a system to fuse. It's entirely up to them. It is their choice, and they have the right to make that choice. There's nothing wrong with making that choice. And if they do make that choice, then they should be supported. If a system instead chooses to remain multiple and live functionally multiple, they should be supported in that choice. We have seen some people coming at Multiplicity and me, another YouTuber who is also a system, about their choice to seek final fusion. And to that we want to say, if you personally, as a system, do not wish to choose final fusion, that is valid and acceptable. It is not okay to attack another system's healing choices. It is not okay to attack a system for doing what they feel they need to do to heal and to be more functional. That is not acceptable. It is okay to be triggered by the concept of final fusion. It is okay to be upset by that concept. If you are triggered or upset by this, then you need to practice self-care. You need to walk away, and you need to not send hatred and animosity to another system, be that Multiplicity and me or any other system who talks about wishing to fuse. It's not okay. We should always support all systems in seeking healing and functionality, regardless of what that looks like. For us, we have thus far chosen to be functionally multiple as our goal. Our reasoning for that is because we're an extremely large system with a very complex number of layers and a very large number of members, which would make final fusion difficult, if not impossible, for everyone to agree upon. But we also understand that it is perfectly possible, when healing is occurring, that members of the system may choose to fuse and integrate into one another. There is nothing wrong with that. Would we certainly miss individual members if they chose to fuse and become a distinct new member of the system who is a combination of different individuals but still unique and distinct? Yes, we would. But that doesn't mean that it's bad or wrong. It just means it's different. We have had many splits over the years, and we've also had some spontaneous fusions. And while they were certainly difficult to navigate emotionally for a time, we all came to accept and care for the members of the system who had fused. And yes, it is true, even in the case of final fusion, it doesn't always stick. When the brain has learned to dissociate as a defense mechanism and has done so habitually, it is entirely possible for someone, when experiencing a new trauma or extreme stress, to split again. And that is a risk when it comes to anyone who has multiplicity of any type, that if they are re-traumatized or experience extreme stress, they can split. This is not specific to final fusion. It can happen to functionally multiple systems. It can happen to systems who are along their healing journey. It can happen to anyone who's a system. Splitting can happen. Now, the goal in therapy is to get to a place where you and your system mates, or you as a singular individual if you've chosen to fuse, are healthy enough and have enough coping skills that in the event of a trauma or a stressor, splitting is less likely to occur. But it is always a possibility. However, this does not diminish a system's choice to fuse or live as functionally multiple. All choices here are valid. Healing is always a valid choice, no matter what it looks like. So we wanted to say to all systems out there that we support you. No matter what choice you make on your healing journey, we support you. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Have a good day, everybody.